I just saw a video being advertised, an ad on YouTube, in my feed. It was in the home feed. So you have home trending subscriptions because it's on my phone. It's the app, and under home, I'm just scrolling through, seeing what videos are in there, and this is in there. So far, it has over twice as many. Nearly 3 times as many thumbs downs as it does thumbs up. So obviously people know that it's bull crap. But it's about Islam and what do Muslims believe about Jesus? And they basically say, oh yeah, we believe he's a prophet. We don't believe he's a Messiah, just a human. But we have a great favorable opinion about him. Beware of this new Chrislam that they're pushing now, okay? Those of you who are Christian conservatives, such as myself, you need to educate people on this. And you need to learn about the Quran and what it actually teaches. Don't think that, Muslims are just, a little radical. Or no. They believe what they believe for a reason. This video shows, like a cartoon character, right? So they're trying to entertain you. And there's a guy who is speaking, I guess he's kind of got like a loose British accent. Probably someone who's lived in Britain but hasn't grown up there, He's got like an English accent. I say British, I have to be more specific. He's not Northern Irish or Scottish, he's or Welsh, he's English. And he talks like this, and so it's kind of like a little, not very thick. I can't quite mimic how he does it because I can only do the British. I can't mix an Arabic accent with a British accent because I talk like I like to do the British accent. There's more thick British, Aussie Osborne. Oh Sharon. Yeah. Like there's different. I generally do this I generally do a certain British accent. It's more of like like the Queen's English. But anyway, there's a really cool video you should check out, the 17 different British accents. Anyway, to get back on point though, this video is clearly lying. He's like, here's a verse, and shows a verse in the Quran like about saying Jesus is a good guy and all this stuff. And to be fair, he's right. Jesus is mentioned, like I think 4,000 times in the Quran or something. Like they do regard Jesus as kind of a prophet-like figure. The problem with the Quran is as you go through it, it contradicts itself. And the rule with the Quran is that if something contradicts something that was written ahead of it, it overrides whatever originally occurred. So, for example, the Quran in the beginning was a lot more peaceful than the end. Things like, don't hurt the trees, save planet Earth. Obviously, if the trees are soaked with blood, I guess it's okay. But, by the way, the background music is one of my roommates. He's listening to, some like older kind of like soul music and stuff. Which is, hey, he's got good musical taste. I can't complain. It actually sounds pretty good. I mean, except for when he's not playing rap. Then it sounds then it varies on quality. Then quality varies quite a bit between good rap and bad rap. Anyway, so that's the background noise if you were wondering, which kind of adds a nice, background track for this video. But you gotta watch out for this stuff. They're trying to. There's this new thing called Chrislam, which is really kind of mixed Christianity and Islam. This is not quite Chrislam. This is still Islam, but they're trying to convert Christians or people who lean towards Christianity. If you're not saved, if you're not sure that you're a Christian even, or if you're like questioning whether or not you should become one and kind of question, if you're like one of those people who's like always been kind of an atheist but now you're starting to question stuff, get on board because you will be brainwashed. It's called neuroplasticity. What they'll do is they'll put it out. They'll put messages like it's going to become more and more common, and eventually your brain is just going to keep hearing it. It doesn't matter. You're going to keep hearing it, and it doesn't matter if you're opposed to it initially. There's a good chance you will eventually. We have this notion of like with internet culture and stuff where like, oh, people just go to what Bill Burr says, imright.com, and people just believe what they want to believe. That's partially true, but it's not as true as you think. People are actually very easily swayed and are actually very susceptible to a changing opinion if you keep exposing them to a certain point of view. And that's what's happening with this. So you need to be careful. And you need to just accept Christ and get it over with, because they're coming for you. And if you're not sure what you believe, you're going to bow down. If you're not sure what you believe, you'll cuck. You'll do anything to stay alive, to keep what little bit of currency you have left, or to keep whatever you've earned or been given, whatever little coins you got. Islam and Christianity are not compatible in any way, shape, or form. What this is Muslims trying to be like, hey, we're not that bad. Come on, let us in. You let them in, and your country starts to fall. This is happening in Europe. Many European states are fighting against it. Poland, Hungary. By the way, Poland was always the weak place, was always the place that used to get the crap bombed out of them, used to get invaded, and look what happened. They finally grew a pair. It took 2 world wars. It took the USSR. But they are standing up for their nation. So that's what we need to do. And that doesn't mean discriminate someone solely based on their religion, but it does mean fight the war ideologically, or it will turn into a physical bloodbath. It's up to you guys. Don't fall for this Christianity and Islam crap. It doesn't exist. It's a lie. It's all so they can come in and you'll just be appeasement just means you get eaten last. You might last 6 months longer, or however. That statement's not even true, because actually the people who get eaten last are the people who fight back, and they don't really get eaten. They get killed, but they don't ever bow. And that hurts a tyrannical ruler. They want you to bow. Don't fall for the tricks. This is spiritual warfare. This is a trick of the enemy. And it's a political trick. This is why the left is welcome in this hateful ideology. Because it's a way to take down the right. What they don't realize is that this hateful ideology comes from is an ancient evil that has been around for millennia, since the 600s, since the 7th century, and they're way stronger. They're way better prepared. They're much more masculine. No soy boy is going to stand up to a Muslim, and they can't stave them off. They can't fight them off. But we can, if we act now. So fight the ideological war. Make your voice be heard before it becomes a civil war, before it becomes a war with guns. Fight the war with words before it becomes a war with guns. And prepare for the war with guns in case your words don't work. That's all.